So we're moving on to our next grouping. And we're going to pick overlay. Now what overlay does is it either screens or it multiplies, and it just depends on the base colors. So you're either going to end up with something, darker or something screened. Looks like it did some screening here, but on this one with the darker base, it did the multiply. Soft light is supposed to look like you have a soft light shining on the objects. Hard light is supposed to look like you have a hard light shining, harsh spotlight shining on the image. Vivid light. This is going to either burn or dodge the colors. So it's going to increase or decrease contrast. Just depends on what you've got in your blend and your base. Burning will darken and dodge will lighten. That's what those two terms mean. Linear light. This also burns or dodges the color. It works by decreasing or increasing brightness. Pin light. It replaces the colors depending on the blend color. The blend color is lighter than 50% gray. Pixels darker than the blend are replaced. Pixels that are lighter do not change. So you can see that we have an awful lot of pixels that got replaced. Hard mix. This adds the RGB values of the blend to the RGB values of the base. If the sum of the two is 255 or greater, it is given a value of 255. On some images, hard mix is kind of a cool blend. On this one, probably not so cool. Now we'll look at that same grouping over here. So we've got overlay. Remember, that's going to screen or multiply. Soft light. It's supposed to look like we have a soft light shining on the image. Hard light. It's supposed to look like we have a hard light or a spotlight shining on the image. Then we have vivid light. It's going to burn or dodge, and it is adjusting contrast. We've got linear light. Again, this one burns or dodges, but it is adjusting brightness. We have pin light. That one actually replaces colors depending on the blend. And then we've got hard mix. It's adding the RGB values together. And if they equal 255 or higher, it's just keeping them at 255.